today. Let's see what we got. Let's do. Did we have lunch? Nah, I hate it. Yeah, duh. Yeah. I'm gonna be eating my lunch now. Gonna be eating my kibbles. I'm gonna do that. I'll show you what we'll do with that. A little minty mint. I'm not eating that. Sheesh. Don't eat that stuff anymore. Oh, damn it. Just touched all that. That's all right. Still eat. How we doing, everybody? Eating some good kibbles. Get our protein in. We got 5 eggs, cottage cheese, beef calabasa. Gotta get our gains in. Check this out. See what I'm eating? Cottage eggs, cheese. Cottage cheese and eggs. Cottage cheese and eggsies. For the lunchy. Some yummy stuff, huh? Got good food in here today. We going live again today. We'll go home for a little bit. It's crappy weather. Oh yeah. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt, personal trainer. We got a nice, beautiful gym here, everybody. Nice 24-hour gym right here. Got our strength equipment over here. Get it, bro? Yeah. Hey, how we doing, K-Dork? Cordo, right? How we doing? Appreciate you coming in today. We got our workout in a little bit, but we're gonna work out a little bit later too. We're training some people. We're getting our food in now. We got our eggs with cottage cheese. Eggs with cottage cheese, right? Take a guess how many eggs are in here. If you can guess how many eggs in here, might give someone a gift. Battling a hamstring strain. How'd you do that? How'd you do that, sir? Interested to know. That's tough to do too. You gotta be sprinting or probably lifting heavy stuff. 4. I got 5 eggs. 5 eggs in here. Make sure you like, subscribe. We go live every single day. Oh, except for holidays. Sometimes we're on holidays. We're here Monday. Hit McDonald's. I had Chick-fil-A yesterday. I had Chick-fil-A breakfast. The Chick-fil-A breakfast is pretty good though. Hey, some people gotta eat McDonald's, man. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Got what you gotta do. Thanks for hopping in here, getting chatty catty in the comment section. Make sure you subscribe though. We go live every single day. Help join the community. We give free advice, health and wellness advice. I'm guessing it was at work. I gotta bend over slightly. Yo, how we doing, Simon? How we doing, brother? Appreciate that. Once in a while. Yeah, once in a while it's definitely hits the spot though sometimes. I'm guessing it's because of work, you know. It's chuck steak, mushrooms, and onion healthy. Yeah, absolutely. Unless you eat a bunch of other sheesh, you know. If you eat a bunch of other crap though, Joe. Because like let's say you ate that stuff, right? And then you go and eat like, you know, a pound of cake. Then I mean, it's probably not the healthiest thing to go back and forth like that, but you know, having the whole foods, right? Whole foods that are not processed. That's the key. That's the key. But I love chuck steak though. I love steak. Steak's one of my go-tos. I'll probably have some later. But I'm having 5 eggs, cottage cheese. 5 eggs, cottage cheese. Fit in here. I mean, it was stuck to the brim, but yeah. And again, if you guys, appreciate my commentary, like my answers, right? Make sure you throw a like. Help the algorithm out a little bit. And then share it with your friends and family. But we gotta eat whole foods, right? I had whole foods here. I'm doing salad lunches and chunky soup dinner. Is that well as well? I mean, it depends how much really protein you're getting in. I mean, it depends on your goal. Like, what's your goal? Are you trying to lose weight? I'm guessing. Or, maybe not lose weight, but you're trying to lose fat specifically. Excuse me. But try and lose fat specifically. But it depends on your answer. Lose fat, yes. So, like, when it comes to losing fat, we got to eat as much protein as humanly possible, right? So I weigh about 185 pounds. And like, let's say I'm trying to lose fat, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to eat 150 grams of protein, right? Joe can't even spell lose. Let's talk hamstring health. We can talk about both, actually. Both are good. Both are really good topics. Hamstrings are fun. Because it has to do with your food too, though. It does have to do with your food. So Joe's helping us out. I appreciate that. And K Dort. But when it comes to losing fat, like, you have to move more and you got to eat a lot more protein, right? So we just got to do everything a little bit more. We got to sleep better, right? If we're not sleeping though, the type of weight that you will be losing will not be the ones that are ideal, right? We want to lose as much fat as possible. So the more sleep we get, the more fat we actually do. You don't necessarily get rid of fat, but you shrink fat, right? Once you have a certain amount of, once you have fat cells, once you create fat cells, you actually can't get rid of it, but they just shrink down. So, but talking about hamstring health too, right? Like, depending on if it's a chronic thing or not, right? If it's like a chronic thing where it's happening for, months, years, right? It's not like it happened yesterday and you bruised it, it's ripped apart, and like you're bleeding, through your skin, right? There's stuff like that, So when it comes to that, when it's chronic, that has a lot to do with the things that you do every day, right? So eating the protein, right? Eating at least, almost your body weight in grams of protein. And then we got to get our sleep, right? The best way to raise your pain tolerance is to get sleep. Right? If that's the fastest, if you want to kill, whatever it is you're feeling, right? Take a nap. But napping is okay now. I mean, it's been okay. It's good to get some sleep. But also, like, meditation, right? Doing things. I definitely lack good sleep. Hey, I would start there, Kay. I would start there, Kay, for sure. It's probably the biggest for when it comes to, feeling your pain, right? You might not get rid of the pain, but it might subside so much to the point where you don't feel it, right? I got a 12-hour shift 6 hours ago and still on the phone. Well, hey, why don't you get some good sleep, right? I appreciate you staying on. I don't know where you're located, if you're in the United States or not, but we're in Florida, right? So, it's 1:50, right? And depending on your job, though, brother, 12-hour shift, you could be healthcare, right? It could be healthcare, actually. I'm taking premature protein. Yeah, Premier protein shakes in the AM. 1 piece of fruit as well. Trying to cut calories to 1,000. Stress has me done over the years as far as weight gain. Also, like, having 1,000 is probably not even enough, especially if you're working out, though. And that will help you sleep better. Eating certain types of foods will help you sleep better, like high glycemic carbohydrates, things like that. But we need to get our food. I think 1,000, depending on how big you are, like, I would never recommend 1,000 calories really for anybody, unless they're like a really small person and they're like 80 pounds 90 pounds, around that. That's a little bit different. But let's say you're working out a lot, right? And let's say you're working out a lot, like 1,000, you need to eat an extra probably 1,000 calories if you're moving that much. But depending on how much you're moving, like Michael Phelps, like, he had to eat 10,000 calories, but, he's doing like 2 workouts a day, right? So he has to have a lot of energy to even keep doing that stuff. That goes for working too. Like working, you got to be ready for that stuff. You got to be able to eat because you're burning a lot of calories if you're walking like that. If you're walking that much and doing that much labor, you'd be shocked probably how much you're actually burning too. So less calories is usually never the answer though. When it comes to losing fat specifically, right? It more so has to do with like the amount of protein you eat and how much you really move too. Like, don't get me wrong, it has a little bit of a factor. But like calories are, let's say you're already in a deficit, right? Like, and you're 500 calories under, you know, you're still going to lose some weight if you eat 300 less or like 200 extra calories. So I think it's still very important to still get the nutrition in and not be malnutrition, nourished, I should say, right? And again, if you're appreciating this information, you might be hearing it for the first time or joining here for the first time, make sure you like and subscribe, right? Subscribing, you can help join a community, right? You can see this beautiful stuff we got going here. The lights are off, but they're all motion detected. Got cardio equipment, 24-hour gym in West Palm Beach, right? I'm a personal trainer. I own the gym here too, so we try to get people fit. We had some personal trainings all day, every day. And we'll be back in here a little bit later. We have someone at 5 p.m., so what we'll do, we'll probably go home. I mean, it's crap out here, so liked and subbed, heading to bed, take care. Hey, appreciate that, brother. Thanks for hopping in. Hey, appreciate you jumping in, getting commenting in the comment section, right? So again, you know, hop in every day after, you know, make sure you get some sleep though first, brother. I appreciate you hopping in and really appreciate it. Thank you again. I'm 5'11", 400 pounds, was 180. Holy shit, brother. 400 was 185 12 years ago from back surgery and stress easing, not working out yet. But used to run 5 miles a day, lift weights at a young kid. I fell way off due to stress. Hey, that'll do it, brother. I'm sorry to hear that, though. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, it definitely takes a while, man. Like, it took a while for you to get to, you know, the 400 pounds. Like, it takes a while. So, you know, just walking again, at your point, you know, like, do you walk? Like, I would say walking is, you know, number one. But then getting into a gym, like finding a local gym near you, finding a trainer, like I'm a personal trainer, so like having someone hold you accountable, it will definitely help, right? I mean, I'm biased towards my perspective, but like some people literally need to be told what to do, right? Yeah, it was 12 years in making, it was all in my head, which is okay. I mean, shit happens, right? Stuff happens. I've had people too, like do all kinds of crazy stuff, right? So you're not alone. There's definitely people out there that are like that too. And it's a whole journey, right? You know, and starting off, you know, the best time to plant a tree is when? What's the best time to plant a tree, right? It's today. So even just walking 10 minutes on the treadmill, right? You know, just doing something like you get a gym membership, you get out and you get yourself out of the house. I think it's really important, and not being stuck in the same situation too. You gotta change up the stimuli a little bit. So if you're working out at home, maybe it's not the best thing for you, right? Or if you have to get out of the house, right? Thank you. I've been on my diet for 8 days now and I'm doing well. Hey, that's fabulous, man. I appreciate that, Joe. And thanks for telling me all this stuff. It takes a lot of courage to talk about it too. So I greatly appreciate that, Joe. And then Joe Schaefer, yeah. No, it's amazing, man. I mean, I'm literally basically that 5'11", 185. So it is cool to hear. I wouldn't say it's cool that you're, you know, like really that heavy and you're looking for help and everything too. So, but I mean, it depends if you are looking for help, right? Like, it's up to you. But again, like being obese isn't necessarily the most healthy. Being overweight, right? I'm scared of lifting weights and hurting myself and being laid up again. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I get laid up sometimes, right? I'll pull something, but you know, it's just a roadblock, right? So we're back to it, in a week or two, even from getting hurt. But you know, the thing is, being weak is way worse than getting hurt, though, right? Being weak leads to like osteopenia and porosis and things that are really not good down the line, right? And sarcopenia, and there's way worse stuff that comes from being weak. But being scared of lifting weights is definitely normal, though, right? So that's why, depending on your experience with stuff, because like you don't have to lift really super heavy weight where you're doing 1 rep maxes, right? Mine was 2 years ago, played up with L5 back surgery. Yeah, and those lumbars are no fun. And getting surgery is no joke, though, man. It's no joke. It just depends if you can tolerate the pain or not. So, like, I've been hung up to the point where it's been like I was out for a couple days, you know, like can't really walk type of stuff, right? And I was still coming in, you know, training people, right? But it was very minimum. So, I personally am on the side. I don't want to get cut open. Once you get cut open, you can never go back, right? So, unless you have like pain, right? Pain is very different. Like I've had pain, you know, and it goes away after a couple days, right? You know, if you can tolerate it for at least, if you can tolerate it for 1 to 2 weeks, and if it actually gets better within 2 weeks, I don't see the need for it as much anymore, surgery wise. And the weird thing about our culture, at least here in America, is, or I guess everywhere around the world, everybody wants to get diagnosed with stuff, right? So getting diagnosed puts you into a camp, and then you can talk about it with people, right? It's almost like the dieting, what type of diet you're doing, which I don't advocate for diets, but, you know, I'm a balanced person. Like, I like to do everything. I like to do strength training. I like to do the weights, you know, doing like the strength machines where we got all of our like pin ones, right? I like doing those. And of course, we have to do our barbell stuff, right? I wouldn't say you have to do barbell stuff. You can get away with dumbbells. But at the same time, if we really want to push ourselves, I think this is a key area to where this can help everybody, right? Because this doesn't, it takes some technique and it takes knowledge to do it. That's why I think finding a trainer, Joe. I mean, I do online stuff, so if you do want to work with me, I'm definitely more than open to doing that. You can message BNA Wellness through there too as well. So there's a couple things you can do, though. There's a couple things you can do. And then we do a lot of in-person stuff. Oh, we got some people coming in. So yeah, appreciate you coming in. How are we doing, sir? What's up? Doing fabuloso. Just showing YouTube around here. Yeah, and I gotta clean up, actually, everybody. Will show you cleaning up. I'll clean up for my guy. Thanks for the support. Hey, thanks, Joe, for your support, brother. Just make sure you like, subscribe. Keep popping in here every single day, all right? I'll help you out. Ooh. Sauna's nice and hot for you, too. Oh yeah, appreciate everybody. All right, what we'll do, everybody, we'll get out of here for a little bit. We're gonna be back here around 4 o'clock. No, probably about 4:30. And again, make sure you subscribe. We'll go live a little bit later. If you got any questions, we'll have a different topic that's up. I think we'll talk about a little bit more about sleep. Sleep is a good one. I haven't talked about sleep really on here, so I appreciate everybody hopping on here. And again, thank you for your constant support, joining the community, right? And then we'll have a great rest of our day, okay? See you in a couple hours. Thank you for joining us. Take care.